Well, coming up in a couple of weeks, the boat show out at the fairgrounds, and one of the things that goes on is safety in terms of ice safety. And I've got Dave White here. He's from the New York Sea Grant Coastal Recreation and Tourism, and he's a specialist there. First off, I guess we do have to address what you're wearing right now. This is what they call what?
The easy word for it, it's called the Gumby suit. It's actually a survival suit, and one of the new things we're going to be doing out at the show this year as part of our in-water PFD demo is also additional training, if you will, for first responders. And we're going to have, this one on, which is new. This is the full Gumby suit that when you watch things on television and people are attempting to survive, because this would go completely up over my head, zip up, and all you would see is my face. So this is called the Gumby suit or a survival suit.
Okay, and just to reiterate, you're talking about what, on Wednesday and Thursday of the boat show, which is, I want to make sure I get the dates right, February 12th and February 13th. You're going to do special training with the Gumby suit and other things, right?
We are. As part of our in-water PFD demo, we'll be doing that on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evening, and then on Saturday and Sunday. But on Wednesday and Thursday evening, we're inviting first responders to come into the show for free. So if they have the uniform on or provide credentials, they'll get into the show. We'd ask them to enjoy the show. And then at 6 o'clock, if they come to the seminar room in the Hort Building, we're going to start a 1-hour certified medical credit for them, and as part of that, we're going to do the in-water demo, and they'll be able to see all of the various life jackets, the inflatable life jacket, the one you're wearing, float coat, float suit, and the Gumby suit.
Now, I guess, what's the difference between these two different vests, the one that I have on and this one separately here? What's
actually, they're both Type 3s, and this time of year, November 1st, April 30th, everybody has to have a life jacket on when they're in a boat, regardless. The difference between them is you've got the traditional life jacket on. This is an inflatable that, as you can see, really easy to wear, not infringing on any activity you might do. And if you fall overboard, all you need to do is pull this, and it will completely inflate to be a full life jacket. Really popular, something we demonstrate in the pool so people can actually see what these look like. You can get them to be automatic or manual. So we have them in the pool, and we're going to actually demonstrate those at each one of the sessions, including for first responders.
Well, I guess we should also talk about safety in general, because now with the cold weather, there's going to be more people out on the ice and things like that, and there's certainly some do's and don'ts.
There are, and whenever you're out on the ice, you are over water, and it's really recommended that you have some type of life jacket on, either the one that you have on under a coat, so at least you have that flotation. They also make float coats that what you have on is actually built right into a coat, or have one of these on that if you do go into the ice, it's going to inflate, and what we call that is extending your survivability. Because hypothermia can set in so quickly, it can shock you, it can knock you out and actually take your breath away. So if you've got a life jacket on that if you fall in, it's going to bring you up. They're bright colored, so folks will see you, and it's going to extend that survivability to get that rescue crew out to you. And that's what we're going to talk with the first responders about, is making sure they're getting out there in time to get you out of the water to save you. So that survivability becomes real key.
Now, what is this suit rated for in terms of temperature? How long could a first responder be out in the water in something like this?
These are designed for extended periods of time, and you'll often see first responders may have these on if they're going into a rescue situation, because I'm fully contained and enclosed, so when I zip this up, the only thing exposed is my face, and I can completely float in the water, and this will really extend my survivability for an extended period of time, because what it's doing is it's actually keeping my body heat in, so I'm heating myself right now, and so that's what it's doing that's uniquely different than just having a life jacket on, is I'm keeping my body heat completely contained inside of this.
Okay, so that keeps you warmer as well.
And they all have, they're very bright colored, they'll have, a light on them.
Well, I can verify they are bright. They certainly are bright. You're not going to miss you when you're out there, that's for sure.
I want to survive, and I want to be seen, and I want to be found, absolutely.
He's making a statement.
Absolutely.
Well, Dave, thank you for being here. Just to remind people, this is going to be out at the boat show, and for the first responders, that's going to be Wednesday, February 12th, and Thursday, February 13th. But you said you're going to be doing demonstrations throughout the entire weekend, or
we will. We'll be doing in-water demonstrations at 6:30 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evening, at 12, 2, and 4 on Saturday, and 12 and 2 on Sunday. Come on out to the show, enjoy the show, make sure you stop by. Great opportunity to bring the kids, bring the family, see all the different life jackets, and then obviously the dealers there with the Boating Industry Association, they'll be able to take care of you.
And hopefully the first responders won't have to use it, but it's good that they will have this with them as well when they go out on the ice.
Absolutely.
Thanks again, Dave.
Thank you.
Still ahead, we've got a beer connoisseur. It shows us what brews you can have on hand to make a big splash for the big game.